Welcome back, singers. I've been triggering you for the past couple of days, answering questions that you have put under my videos or responding to the commentary. And during Scorpio season, I have an amazing series for you where I am answering the internet's most asked questions about Scorpio, and I'm going in, like all the way in. So I have one more here, and let's see what it says. Is Mars in Scorpio manipulative? Yes. Yes, they are. So let's break that down because I don't see that as negative. Now, I've dealt with, the strongest Scorpio that I've ever met who has, all of the personal planets in Scorpio and in the 8th house. So how deep is that? That's probably the deepest that I've experienced intimately up close. And I will say that yes, there is a level of manipulation there, but I want to change that vibration. I dislike that word. I feel like I want to change it to influence, like an intense influence, because Mars and Scorpio is going to get what they want, particularly sexually. Like, you can just forget it. There are so many women who have DM'd me that they just fell in bed with a Scorpio who happen to have his Mars and Scorpio. I'm like, because they are all or nothing. They're going to get what they want regardless. Okay. And there is that energy, particularly if you're already a Scorpio. So many of you just have Mars and Scorpio, but if you are a Scorpio and your traditional ruler is Scorpio, it's a whole other ball game. Okay. That's a very deep placement. So Scorpio already is the magnet. We are the energizers. We're the transformers. Okay. We can literally break you down, and depends on what type of Scorpio you're dealing with under, I don't know your circumstances. We can either break you down and just leave you for dead, or break you down and rebuild you. Okay. And if you're dealing with a Mars in Scorpio sexually, which I think many of you are, and that's why you ask about that, there is an energy of like, this is how things are going to be done. And you really have no input. Okay. There is a control, a very intense control there. And because sex is our playground, obviously you're not going to have any say of how that goes down. And I mean, how that goes down, that means the flow of the relationship, the circumstance, what's happening, how it's happening, when it's happening. You're not going to have any control over that, period. So manipulation can come in different forms. And I would say this, now my Mars is not in Scorpio, but my Mars is in Cancer and my moon is in Scorpio. So already that's a heavy placement intimately. Why? Because my Mars being in Cancer, the root of it is Scorpio, literally, and they're in mutual reception. So having that Mars and Scorpio, dealing with that Mars and Scorpio, yes, there is a level of control. Mars is a very violent sign. It's very competitive, okay? It's very, very competitive. So depending on what your relationship is with them, if you have just like a friend or a buddy, or you're trying to get close with somebody, you're going to see all those aspects in there. You're going to see competitiveness. I saw a lot of competitiveness. You guys read in Dating Scorpio, go to the last chapter, which I did on the 2 Scorpios. There was Scorpio number 1 was Mars and Scorpio. Ooh, what was Scorpio number 2? I don't remember his Mars, but he was competitive. He was so competitive with me. I think it wasn't, both of them had Mars and Scorpio as well. They were both competitive, but Scorpio number 1 was at a whole other level. He was at a whole other level. Scorpio number 2, because he had all that Libra shit going on, he was a little bit lighter. Like at the base, he just wanted to get along. He just wanted to get along. He was Scorpio, who just wanted to get along, which freaked me out. I was like, ew, that is not our nature. Go somewhere with that. Go somewhere with that. That's not what I like. But the other one was the other extreme of that. So yes, competitiveness, there is going to be manipulation, but this is what I'll say. I have manipulated many, many people in my life, and I've changed their lives around. I've gotten them out of ruin. I've gotten their health back together where they were almost dying, honey. I've gotten them in better financial situations. So my manipulation, my influence on you is very heavy. And of course, since we are the Transformers, we are the ones who are about evolution and change, and you have to destroy before you get that. Of course, honey, that's the energy that you're going to get. That's what you're going to get all the time. Depending on your relationship with that Mars and Scorpio, manipulative for you may be something negative. Manipulative for me may be a breakdown and rebuild that I get out of it. And I'm so appreciative like this. Like, whew, thank goodness you inspired me in an intense way to get rid of this part of my life. Like, I'm always thankful for all of my mirrors, and Scorpio number 2 was the same birth card. So we mirrored each other like crazy. So I'm appreciative. Like, I have no like, oh, you mean, like, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciated it. All right, guys, thank you for sharing my videos and suggesting my videos to people who, you know, are in relationships with Scorpios or want to hear answers that I have about Scorpio individuals and relationships and breakdown and reveal and all that good stuff. Go to ScorpioSunScorpioMoon.com where you can book a master chart reading where I break everything down, your whole entire chart. I even do birth card reading. I tell you who your karmic matches are, relationship matches are, and all that stuff. And I do have a past, like a karmic match reading. I believe I still have a tarot reading. You can get my books, you can shop my store, you can take my course. There's all sorts of goodies on the website. And that is it. Oh, let me tell you about Outer Spirit because they're fabulous. Thank you, Outer Spirit, for sending me amazing jewelry. This is a Scorpio Pat. And you can go to their website and get any type of protective jewelry. They're all different, depending on what you want. Some of you want clarity. Some of you want to open up your chakra. Some of you want love. Some of you want money. So they have all sorts of crystal jewelry for every single thing. And I love the bracelets because I usually carry my stones and sometimes I risk losing them, and I've had them for a really long time. With this, it's always with me on my wrist, so it's perfect. Anyway, if you're interested, you get a discount by using my link in the description. Goodbye. Mwah.